Get that food. I was trying to munch a bit. I'm hungry, but I'm willing to stream for another hour and a half or so. All right. Final game of the day. And like I said earlier, a game that will be running alongside Silk Song coming out later this week. So we'll have those two games kind of being the majority of the focus for a bit. This is Process of Elimination. A game that's been on the backlog for a very decent amount of time. And to the point where recently it was on sale for a decent price. And I was like, you know what? I think it's my time to... I was like, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to play and get into, finally, another... It may not be fair, but another, like, I think it's, you know, I think it falls into the category, whether it's fair to it or not, a Danganronpa-like game or experience, although it probably is not going to be 100% like Danganronpa. But another visual novel type experience, mystery going on, cast of characters type deal situation. I've heard some decent things about this game. I think I obviously didn't read too much into it, but I think general reviews from a while back when I looked into it, I think it generally said that it leans much more heavily into the visual novel aspect of this type of game and mystery, and less into the actual deduction and solving of puzzles and stuff. So I think we're mostly going to be, you know, another game where I feel like I'm juggling like 4 different games at a time now, where I'm all just reading a bunch of text because I honestly, I don't know, but I'm going to guess that this is not voiced. I'm going to assume that this is me. This is going to be me reading a bunch. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see what this game has. Have I played Cultist Sim, Book of Hours, or Sultan's game? I have not. I have not played any of those. And I don't even... I'm trying to see if even if those sound familiar to me. I have not. I definitely have not played them. And I don't think I've heard of those. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at the sound of the menu. It's a satisfying, like, click noise. Also got music going. Here we go. So a 2021 game. 2021 and then 2023. Am I emulating on PC? I'm not. No, this is PS5. I guess technically this is a PS4 game. Or no, this might be a PS5 version of the game. No, you got me curious enough to check. No, it's PS4. I don't think this got ported to PS5 now that I think about it. Question marks. Oh, can't click the question marks. Options? Text speed. Oh, look, it's got a breakdown. This music is all over the place. Skip unread text off. Stop fast forwarding after choices. Play voices to the end. Play voices to the end. I'm unsure what exactly that means. Gallery? Oh, you know what? I'm kind of into this music. Let's keep this high energy going. Okay, so it's got a gallery of, like, probably CGs and stuff. Wait, is there only 6? Is there only 6 images? Skits. How does skits mean? Oh wait, no, there's multiple pages. I see. I am scrolling through pages, I would assume here. Unless it's rotating? Is it... There can't be this many. I'd assume it's like cycling to the end of the list and then... All right, so yeah, I'm excited about this. Like I said earlier, few reviews I've looked at have said that this game, like I said, as far as actual like puzzle solving and stuff, maybe not the best experience as far as like it leans much more into it's just a story. We're gonna be reading a bunch, all that. But I've heard the story is decent, and I'm kind of down. I need a mystery type game. I've been hankering over the last couple weeks for some kind of mystery I can chew into, so I'm kind of ready for this. What is this? Copyright? Oh, here we go. This is exciting. I lied. This is not exciting. All right, start. Let's go. Oh, here we go. I get to read. More reading. As if I haven't read enough today. It's a rainy day in June with clouds covering the entire nation. Live broadcast of a new gaming release is suddenly disrupted. Oh, a new gaming release? We are anonymous. Excuse me? Is that a made-up, like, gibberish language, or is that actual Japanese? I can't tell. It didn't sound like Japanese, but I also don't speak Japanese, so I couldn't... But it didn't sound... It sounded more garbled than... It's like Animal Crossing speak. Pardon me, but I'm conducting a quick survey. On one side, a recent grad. On the other, a total shut-in. Who do you despise more? Easy choice. The grad on the left. No, that was definitely... Huh. Thank you for your response. Now, without any further ado, this loathsome grad shall disappear before your very eyes. This individual is hereby condemned to the fate of a quartered doll. Oh! I didn't realize the background picture I was looking at was the two of the choices. I severely misunderstood the situation presented before me. Entertainment. Okay, so I did not think... I don't know if this full game is going to be voiced. But... Okay, there's three options here. If this whole game is voiced and it all remains in Japanese, then I assume we're going to do Higurashi / Umineko style that we've done on the channel, which is let the Japanese voice itself and then I'll read after it, and it'll make the game super much like longer. But I kind of want to hear the voice acting and then read over it. I want to hear the voice acting without reading over on top of it. And I also want to hear the voice acting and not, like, disable it or something. But again, this is going to be like Umineko or Higurashi house rules, where if you're with me on this playthrough, if you end up listening to all this, then you're just going to have to, you know, some people obviously let me know. People let me know that some people prefer the whole red thing. Some people just don't want the voices if I'm going to have to read on top of it or after it. But to me, if it stays like this, I think we just let the voices read, and then I'll go after. Another game like this. But we'll see if the whole thing is voiced. For some reason, there's a part of me that thinks the whole thing isn't going to be voiced, and it's just this. So... Anyway, hello dear consumers, and adieu to the consumed. How did it feel, dismembering the reviled with the simple press of a button? Quite good, no? Downright refreshing, even? It's best to eliminate those who don't share your values. Majority rules, after all. Whatever bloke thought that up was truly a sadistic genius. The opposition may be trampled, but there exists no better system. The path to peace must be painted by the blood of the minority. Those behind this policy, the eminent among the many, give less thought to the few than they would have an ant. I must hand it to them. Simple, ruthless. Simply ruthless. Oh, don't look at me like that. It was a joke. A joke! I wouldn't want to get canceled on social media over this. Wow, wow, wow. Wacky, zany. Wow, what a modern reference. I'm gonna actually boost. Especially if it is gonna be talking. I'm just gonna save current progress. Because I'm here, I guess. Ah, goodness, this won't do. No, no, no. I've neglected to introduce myself. So sorry. I think I could even load up voices even just more. Okay, the way that just started playing, I think that, is that because, wait a second, is it letting me? Alright, I have a feeling this whole thing's gonna be voiced. I was not expecting that. You know what? I'm down. Like I said, it'll lengthen the game, but I mean, I've got to read it too. Hate me all you want. I am His Grace, or is it Your Grace? Let's say Your Grace, the quarter-earring Duke, an entertainer come to bring amusement to your world. Clap, clap, clap. From now on, every soul in this nation will be provided with entertainment to stir the mind, so please indulge until you're full to bursting. Should you object to your Grace's choice of creation, you're invited to try and reveal his true nature. Such a show can't exist without diversity, you see, for this is a clash between tragic, savage carnage and the comical, cultural stylings of justice. Oh, we currently have about 5,000 viewers. Then for tonight's final act, a question from your grace to all our viewers at home. What?
この着ぐるみの中の男は中学時代にひどいいじめを受けて以来10年間引きこもり生活を続けてきた。
The individual within the animal suit became a shut-in after experiencing vicious bullying at school.
女手一つで育ててくれた母への恩もどこへやら毎日怒鳴る殴るの繰り返しついには母は病気で倒れその異常にも気づけなかった彼のせいで帰らぬ人となった。
No love for his mother, who raised him alone. Every day he would hit and yell at her. Before long, she fell ill and died without his noticing.
君たちの第一印象が生存へと導いたのはこういう人物なんだよ。
This individual was saved by your first impression.
今一度質問だ。君たちは彼が好きかい？過半数以上の視聴者が彼を好きだというのなら解放しようじゃないか。
With that, I ask, do you still like him? Should over half the viewers say so, I'll release him. The thing is, I mean, they're wording it in such a way, but like, I shouldn't be able to play God. Like, I should not be able to choose one way or the other. But that's not even now what we're asking. We're just asking, do you like him now that you got this information that he's a terrible person? I hate him. Fuck it.
好きだと言ってくれた人は500人にも満たなかったね。
Just go for it.
なんて残酷な悲劇だろう。本当に悲しくて胸が引き裂かれそうだ。
Seems not even 500 people liked him. A shame. Nothing short of a tragedy. Truly, the sorrow is too much to bear. However, the quartering duke snaps his fingers. This voice. That is what makes this the very finest entertainment. Oh. Alas, it will soon be time to part ways. As for myself, your duke, that is, I am the enemy of those who mindlessly consume and a friend to those consumed. Thus, I take my leave. Do enjoy the show. The video cuts off at 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Was that 4 minutes? No, I definitely took longer than 5 minutes to read the... As a hacked broadcast, those who ran the website were powerless to stop it. The video, just shy of 5 minutes, is shared across the net, mostly among the youth. But things don't end with that. Not just the broadcast victims, but others killed in the same manner are soon discovered. The common thread? At least 2 victims are always found at once, with their lock screens set to the symbol of the quartering duke. The police pour all of their resources into investigating the case, but turn up nothing. Pair by pair, more and more bodies surface, until half a year later, over 100 have been killed since that first broadcast. The sheer number of victims and brutality of the murders fleeing society into chaos. The quartering duke, an entertainer. What's he doing is basically a snuff show. What he's doing is basically a snuff show. Like he's got his hand like this. I gripped my phone tight as I read articles about the murders, speaking aloud despite myself. I've seen the effects of this duke all around me. People are terrified to go outside, and stores have even shortened their hours. What's worse, he's gained some traction among young copycats taken by his charisma. With the police overwhelmed, small, private agencies like mine are in huge demand. Apparently, even the FBI is getting involved. Past events had already stoked the need for this line of work. But the Duke has only made things worse. The media jeers at the detective craze. Speak up a bit? Can't hear you. Can't hear you over that funky bass line. What? Mr. Gunjoji says the ideal society is a peaceful one where detectives are starved for work. He may be right about that. As I lay in wait for my mark, I recall my mentor's words and sigh to myself. I work for the Gunjoji Detective Agency. It's probably one of the punier agencies around, though nowadays we're buzzing with activity. I'm a student working part-time, but they plan to recruit me once I've graduated. The situation must be getting pretty serious nationwide. Alright, I guess we'll just be quiet for a bit now. An ideal society has no use for detectives, huh? The thought alone makes me a bit miserable. Is this the reality faced by all aspiring detectives? Okay, that's enough of that. My worries run wild when I'm on my own. It's a bad habit, but I've got to focus on work. There he is. My mark is on the move. After a moment's pause, the man clad in a trench coat starts off down the road again. I make sure I'm out of earshot before calling in my report, just as my mentor had instructed. Watto here. Watto? Like, isn't that a Star Wars character or something? Watto? Watto here. Target is on the move. He's headed right where you predicted, Mr. Gunjoji. I'll stay on the lookout for any traps as I continue tailing him. Quieting my steps, I follow the man cautiously. He's our top suspect in the serial pet killer case, and according to Mr. Gunjoji, he may be armed. Whatever I do, I absolutely cannot allow my presence to be detected. Can I help you? What? You know what, I'll do it again. We bump it up again? Try that. Suddenly, the man is right in front of me, and I reflexively take a step back. Did he notice me following him, despite the cover of darkness and my voice being out of earshot? Huh? Oh, no, I'm all good. I'm, actually running late for cram school, so gotta go. That's smooth and natural. As I try to move past him, the man blocks my path. I doubt you'll make it in time if you keep matching my pace and stopping every time I do. Tisk, your expression gives everything away. -1 point. Not that you should really be that surprised. You would only stop on a completely empty street like this if you were tailing someone. That or checking if someone's tailing you. So the very act of pausing here was a trap. Ugh, how could I make such a rookie mistake? Didn't even register with me. I've no one to blame but myself. You're a fresh face. Who are you? Certainly no detective or policeman, given your noisy, slipshod attempt at shadowing me. No, detective. Blood rushes to my face. I poured everything into becoming, excuse me, a detective. His words sting worse than a slap to the face. There's no way I can just let it slide. Don't patronize me. I'm Wato Hojo, assistant at the Gunjoji Detective Agency.
あんたがこの近辺を調べ回っていることも、ナイフを所持していることも確認済みだよ。
We already know you've been snooping around here, and that you have a knife.
あんたには動物虐待の容疑もかかっている。おとなしく警察まで同行してもらおうか。
You're suspected of severe animal abuse. Now, come quietly, turning you into the police. I'd hoped the edge in my voice would intimidate him, but the man only lets out an exasperated sigh.
本当に名乗るなど減点3だな。
Actually giving out your name. Minus 3 points.
ドラマの世界ではないんだぞ。現実の探偵は身の上を一くするものだ。
This isn't some TV show, kid. Real detectives never reveal their true identities.
さてはお前さん、探偵ドラマ好きだな。
I bet you can't get enough of those over-the-top crime dramas, can you? As much as I hate it, he's read me like a completely open book. The moment a detective reveals himself always seems so cool on television. But he's right. Sharing identity in this line of work is far too dangerous. Something to keep in mind next time. All I know about this main character so far, bad detective.
それで
Thinks he's
その
all
探
hot
偵
shot.
女子くんがたった一人でこの私を連行できるつもりか。凶器を手にしているだろう大人の男を相手に。
And does the detective's assistant plan to arrest me all on his own? Grown man you fully believe to be armed. The man slides his hand into his pocket and readies his stance. He's clearly holding a weapon. This isn't the first time I've gone up against someone armed with a knife, but I still feel my hair standing on end. My heart slams frantically against my ribcage as I freeze up, willing my trembling legs to remain steady.
僕だって自分が未熟なことは分かってるさ。だからもう助けは呼んである。あとは先生が来るまで時間を稼ぐだけだ。
No, I know I'm not ready for that, so instead I call for backup. I just need to buy time until my boss arrives.
稼げると思うのか。お前のような探偵気取りの小僧に。
You think you can buy yourself time, Mr. Wannabe Detective?
稼ぐさ。稼がなきゃダメなんだよ。あんたが傷つけたペットのうちの一人は僕のクラスメイトの家族だった。
I will. In fact, I have to. One of the pets you killed belonged to a classmate of mine.
彼女はあんたがうろつき回る影響で
Oh, how dare
今も
you.
怯え続けてる。僕には探偵としてあんたを止める義務があるんだ。
She's still terrified and traumatized as a result of you prowling about. Being a detective, it's my duty to stop you.
彼女の日常を守るために引くわけにはいかない。
Bringing you to justice is the only way to restore the peace in her life. I'll be damned if I let you escape. I tear off my jacket and wrap it around my left wrist to form a makeshift glove, a guard against his knife. In my dominant hand, I grip a pair of handcuffs like brass knuckles. Armed as best I can, I face off with the man. I mean, how old is this man? I mean, come on, you're a spry young kid. Take on the old man. The man just watches me, showing no signs of movement. Good. He's probably never seen anyone use handcuffs for self-defense before. It's only natural he'd be wary.
群青寺先生から学んだこの護身術の長所は初見ではまず見切れないことだ。
I learned this trick from Mr. Gunjoji. Gunjoji is so unnatural to me. What's great about it is that it never fails to catch people by surprise the first time.
僕の目的は少しでも長く時間を稼ぐこと。この硬直状態のまま時間を稼ぐ。それがベスト。
I need to stall this out, even if it's just for a little while. Keeping this face-off going is my top priority.
戦流逮捕術か。珍しい格闘術を身につけているな、坊主。
Yakuza School of Arrest Techniques, I take it. Quite the rare fighting style picked up, boy. Huh? I'm struck speechless. What are the odds you know this tactic? I fumble for an answer, but my mind goes blank.
敵前で固まるな。減点5。いくら珍しい格闘術といえど、この世界に長らく身を置く者には通じないと思った方がいい。
Paralyzed in the face of an enemy, -5 points. Don't expect odd techniques to face a man of my age.
だがまあ、並の犯罪者相手なら通用したことは事実。自分の無力さを理解した上で最善の対策を講じたことは認めよ
Who would work on your typical criminal, however, and you were quick to adapt when all odds were stacked against you.
う。その探偵としての光る資質。10点をやるぞ、少年。リーダーがお前さんを押すのもうなずけるな。
That's an exemplary quality in a detective. You get 10 points, kid. See why the chief endorsed you. The man suddenly backs down and speaks with a smile. Wait, what? Is this another trap? Glancing my way, he continues. Okay. All right, we got an elephant in the room here. It's been so obvious ever since he said the points thing, especially. Minus a point, -3 points, -5 points. Clearly, this is part of like a test. So why is my main character, who's supposed to be, come on, smart detective boy, not clearly confused? He should be like, wait, why is he saying we're talking about points? Oh, natural conclusion. This is a test. Come on. This guy needs to flunk. Fail his exam or whatever's happening. So yeah, wait, what? Is this another trap? Glancing my way, he continues.
勘違いさせてすまないな。私は動物虐待の犯人ではない。本当の犯人は被害者の隣の家の息子で、すでに私の手で警察へ突き出したよ。
Oh, never mind. I guess I was wrong. I'm a dumbass. I should have waited like one more sentence, one more scroll of the text. Maybe I'm the dumbass who doesn't know what's happening. Sorry for the misunderstanding, but the culprit you've been looking for is the victim's neighbor. I've already handed him over to the police.
浪人のストレスから逃れるように、八つ崎港に浸水して犯行に及んだらしい。
No job, no comfort, no direction in life, till he became obsessed with the quartering duke and decided to follow in his footsteps.
人間を八つ崎にする勇気がないからと、動物に手をかけるとは呆れたものだ。
He couldn't work up the nerve to hack people apart, but animals gave him no trouble at all. Disgusting.
あなたは一体
Who are you exactly? Upon hearing my question, the man pulls what looks to be a tablet out of his pocket. Beep. Oh, he's got an iPad. The screen shows a familiar symbol in the words Detective Alliance.
探偵同盟
The Detective Alliance? Can't help but yell out the name. The Detective Alliance. The very organization I revere more than anything else. God, I know it's obviously different stuff, but it immediately speaking of like being a Danganronpa like, and then also talking about detectives, my brain immediately goes to like Master Detective Archives, which I'm also just recently thinking of because I think my friend had just recently said like he was asking me about the game because he's like 2 days ago or something just decided on a whim to buy a copy of it to play. So I was thinking about it and now this is funny.
そう。私は国内で唯一の国家公認の探偵組織、探偵同盟の一員だ。
That's right. I'm part of the Detective Alliance, the only government-recognized detective organization in the country.
お前さんも探偵を志す身なら聞き覚えがあるだろう。
I'm sure an aspiring detective like yourself has heard of it.
もちろん実績のある100人の探偵で構成され、捜査依頼を受けた事件の内容に応じて最も適切な探偵を派遣する謎の組織。
Of course. It's a mysterious coalition of 100 renowned detectives that allows... Nope. That always sends a perfect match for the job.
その事件解決率は 100%。メンバーは自らの特徴に準じた探偵ネームを名乗って素性を隠していて。
The Alliance has solved every case it's ever had, and each of its members has an alias based on their defining traits.
謎の組織のことにやたらと詳しいじゃないか。探偵オタク。
Haha. Looks like you know quite a bit about this mysterious coalition, detective fanboy. As I calm down, my face begins to burn bright red. I had let my excitement carry me away on a totally nerdy rant. Still, the Detective Alliance has been the dream I've aspired to ever since I learned about it from Mr. Gunjoji.
あなたが持っているそれって探偵デバイス、探偵同盟の証ですよね。あなたも探偵なんですか？
That D-pad you're holding is a hallmark of none other than the Alliance itself. You really are a detective, aren't you?
よく知っているな。その通りだよ。私は老子探偵。探偵同盟のフル株で、今はスカウトや補助を主に担当している。
Bingo. Call me senior detective. Been in the Alliance for eons, though these days I mostly scout recruits and provide support.
まあ推理力はまだまだ若い探偵には負けんがな。今回の動物殺傷事件などは少々骨がなさすぎたくらいだよ。
Still, none of the younger generation can now investigate me, especially with cases as cold as that pet killer one. As prideful as he sounds, I can tell by his expression that he's speaking purely from well-earned experience. He has an air about him that's unlike anyone I've ever met, the kind that could only come from a member of the Detective Alliance. As secretive as it is, the Detective Alliance has grown more famous by the day thanks to the recent detective craze. Whoa. Who the hell are these people? Even now, the news is full of stories about the cases cracked by Detective Alliance members. Then there's all the terrorist plots in the wake of the Quartering Duke incidents that they've thwarted with almost zero leads. The whole reason I joined a detective agency was to carve a path to earning a spot alongside those detectives one day. Looked up to by detectives far and wide, the Detective Alliance is the absolute paragon for those pursuing justice.
無礼な発言ばかりして本当にすみません、老子探偵さん。僕、勝手な勘違いばかりして犯人呼ばわりまでしてしまって。
I apologize for my rudeness, Senior Detective. Sir, shouting accusations at you when I couldn't be more clueless.
よしてくれ。誤解を招いたのはこちらだ。それからさん付けも結構だぞ。我らの業界では探偵は継承に等しいのでな。
Don't be. I was egging you on after all. No need for the sir either. In our field, the alias itself serves as a title of respect. Though Senior Detective amicably shrugs off my apology, his unshakable calm only makes me warier of where this is going. Then, as if noticing how on edge I look, he continues to speak.
担当直入に目的を言うと、私はお前をスカウトへ来たんだ。
I'll cut to the chase. I'm here to scout you.
お前には我々の本拠地で開催予定の八つ崎港事件への対策会議に出席してもらいたい。
We plan to meet at our base of operations to discuss how to handle the Quartering Duke incidents. We want you to attend.
はい。
Huh? I respond lamely, unable to fully grasp what he's saying.
もう一度言うぞ。探偵同盟の一員として八つ崎港事件の捜査に協力してほしいと言っているんだ。
I'll say it again. We want you to join our investigation of the Quartering Duke case as a member of the Detective Alliance. The sound I make is so shrill and alien, I scare even myself. I pinch my cheek to make sure this isn't just some dream. Ow. Nope, not a dream. Maybe this is Mr. Gunjoji's idea of a prank. No sign of him anywhere, so probably not. Which means...
冗談じゃないんですか。
this isn't a joke, right?
すべて真実だ。悪化する一方の八つ崎港事件を止めるよう国から直々にお達しを受けたんだよ。
Not at all. We've received direct orders from the government to put an end to the Quartering Duke's reign of terror.
同盟でもえりすぐりの探偵たちが一堂に会し、本部で八つ崎港の正体を推理することとなる。
A chosen...
今世紀最悪の殺人鬼といえど、一巻の終
First
わ
time
り
it
だ。
got me. First of many times throughout this whole game where I'll think that the Japanese had ended, and then I just kept going, and then I go and it keeps going. A chosen few detectives will convene at HQ to solve this case and take down the most vile, homicidal maniac of the century. My mind goes blank again. But if this is real, then my dream is coming true far sooner than I ever imagined. There is so much I could learn, so many accomplished detectives I could meet. Ideal detectives, like the ones I aspire to be. The kind who could have prevented the tragedy that unfolded before my eyes 10 years ago.
聞きたいことは山積みだろうが、まずはお前さん自身の意思を聞きたい。お前さんは探偵として八つ崎港対策会議に出席するか？
I'm sure you have a million questions, but I want to hear what you intend first. Would you join us at the table and help stop the quartering Duke?
イエスかノーで答えてくれ。
Give me your answer, yes or no. How can I hesitate? I state my intentions loud and clear. Yes! The moment I try to answer, Senior Detective's arm hooks around my neck and begins to squeeze like a vice. Ah. It's so tight. I can't breathe. I flail and kick frantically, but all I hit is the air and the ground below my feet. I feel a prick as a slender needle pierces the skin of my neck. Oh. What feels like liquid ice begins to pump through my veins. My skin turns pale, my limbs go numb, and my strength fades. My vision blurs. As my legs start to give out, I sag against the man restraining me. And then, as if the stars have been swept from the night sky, everything goes black.
尋ねておいて悪いが、拒否権はない。
Well, it's true that I asked. There was never actually the option to refuse.
お前さんには参加する義務があるんだよ。この探偵撲滅プロジェクトにな。
For you see, you have a duty to attend. The Detective Elimination Project. Let's go. Just flashes quickly. I thought it was gonna do like a intro thing, like and all the characters. It would show the characters and their names and stuff. I thought we were getting like one of those standard like Danganronpa beginning movies, but no. I haven't felt this way in a long time. My consciousness drags sluggishly, as if I'm trapped in thick mud, helplessly sinking deeper and deeper. As much as I try to shut it out, that traumatic nightmare pulls me in once again. Pant, pant. Pant, pant. In my dream, I'm running down a dark, frigid corridor, holding on tight to the hand of a girl my age.
私もう走れない。あなただけでも逃げて。
Waldo, I can't run anymore. You need to go on without me. You have to escape.
何を言ってるの、サイカちゃん。二人で逃げるって約束したでしょ。
What are you saying, Saika? Saika? Yeah, we're getting out of here together. I made a promise, didn't I?
でも、もう足が。
But my legs. The girl is beautiful, with bewitching black hair, pure white skin, and light purple eyes reminiscent of hydrangeas. I remember nothing else about her, but I'm sure that at the time she was very precious to me. And then, boom! Right before my eyes, a blade swings down and slashes her, covering her in a burst of red.
サイカちゃん。
Saika, why? Why? Oh, see? There was too long a pause there. Why? Why? I clutch onto her before she can collapse and face the criminal that did this to her. Oh God, it's the new Target store mascot, Black Oval. Like that looks not even like this looks just like the Target symbol, the store that is having problems. This is how they this is advertising, this is product placement, this is marketing inside of a Danganronpa. Like, I respect it. You gotta try everything these days when you're a chain store that's struggling. Gasp. Eek. Does this game have a log? No. What does unclear mean? Is that the title of a chapter or something we're on? doesn't seem like it has a log. I don't think I can go back. Eek. The massive, unmistakably inhuman silhouette emits a strange mechanical whir. It's, you know, especially these years, the recently, like, I'm always a harsh judge when it comes to visual novels, especially when it comes to, like, presentations. There might be a button to press, maybe, but I'm also don't want to press a button on accident and it, like, fast forward through text if I know I can't also, like, see a log. But if you're a visual novel in these years, you should, like, at this point, you should have like a log where you can like go back and look at text. It's like a minimum. It's like a bare minimum type thing, I think, in my opinion, of a visual novel. But yeah, I'm too afraid to hit random buttons to try to do it because, as I can tell, there's not. Oh, controls maybe. Oh, here we go. Wait. Before I unassigned, menu, unassigned. Oh, backlog. Oh, hold the phone. I'm the clown. Quick save. All right, so there is quick save, auto text, quick load. See, I didn't want to do one of these and then skip to choice, shortcuts. Interesting. Fast forward, log. Okay. Its murderous intent is nearly enough to pierce through flesh as it focuses on me. I prepare to die as no more than a child. I didn't see the controls thing before. Okay, I was too harsh on the game. It's me, because I went to this menu to do the voice thing. I didn't see. My bad. I'm bad. I'm a terrible person. But at that moment, go, Watto, the Star Wars character. The girl in my arms strains to get the words out as her voice begins to fail. I might escape if I leave her now and run, but maybe I can still save her. There's no way I can just abandon her. You have to live. Become the hero who will save everyone. No. No. Screaming. That's all I can remember. My memory cuts out completely, as if the next page has been torn out. However, since I'm alive, it's obvious what came after. I traded Saika's life to save my own. Oof, rough. This was the mass kidnapping and confinement incident I was in a decade ago. The reason I became a detective. A shadowy organization took 16 children and locked them in an underground prison for a month, never to be caught. Am I supposed to just live with the sacrifices that came out of that, like Saika? I was too incompetent to save even one girl, but I refused to leave it there. My heart and soul demand I see it through. I will become a great detective, a hero, and one day I'll reveal the truth behind what happened 10 years ago. Alright, good luck then. Day 1 afternoon. Okay, so that is like a title thing. Ugh. I finally come to. My eyelids are so heavy, just opening them is an undertaking. That was one long dream. It was one I've had countless times before, of that fateful day I swore I'd become a detective. That incident remains unsolved to this day. What really happened all those years ago? As a survivor, the vague testimony I provided didn't help much. The case has gone cold for 10 years now. I've got to find the truth, to track down the villain who killed Saika, the girl I owe my life to. That's why I entered this line of work. But, that aside, my whole body is aching right now. My mattress feels like a rock and it smells like rust. I managed to pry my eyes open, but everything's pitch black. What's more, I can't even move. My limbs are restrained like I've been wrapped in some kind of sleeping bag. Don't tell me I'm trapped in here. What's going on? Mustering all my strength, I try to worm my way out. Suddenly, my vision is flooded by a bright light. Wakey wakey. Whatever restrained me slackens as my own momentum forces me upright. The sight I'm met with is...
森それにこの音って波の音
a forest? And that sound, are those ocean waves? Lush woodland lies before my eyes. Beneath me is an old, rusty locker. Guess that's what I've been stuffed in just a second ago. Wait, a locker? Yep, that's a locker, alright, okay.
どれだけ長く閉じ込められていたんだ
Dang it, rompa much? Youch, my whole body's killing me. How long was I crammed inside this thing? Who would do this to me and why? When did I even get here? What the heck is going on? Just what the heck is going on? My head... can't. My head swirls in confusion as I try to recall what happened last.
そうだ僕は老子探偵とかいう人に会ってそれから
That's right. I met that old man, senior detective, and then... Senor detective, senor. The haziness clears as I begin to remember. I was suddenly attacked by senior detective and eventually lost consciousness. He claimed to be part of the detective alliance, but maybe that was just a bluff.
待てよあの人が嘘をついていたなら例のペット殺しの犯人は野放しってことか早く元の場所に戻らないと
Wait, if he was lying about being part of the DA, that means the pet killer's still at large. I've got to get back ASAP. I reached to grab my smartphone, but after a frantic search, I realized that my front pockets have been emptied. As I continue searching my person, I notice an unfamiliar weight in my back pocket. That's weird. I don't normally keep stuff back there. Suspicious, I carefully pluck the foreign object from my pocket. It's a tablet device, like an oversized smartphone, more or less. The moment I see it, though, a chill runs down my spine.
これってまさか
No way. Is this... I lift it up, touching the buttons out of habit. Then, a notification appears. Authentication successful.
おはよう、北条ワト君。探偵デバイスを起動させたようだな。
Good morning, Wato Hojo. Seems you got your D-pad working, hmm?
薬の効果とはいえ、まさか数日も眠り続けるとは減点1だぞ。
Sure, you were drugged, but sakes alive, boy. How cold for 3 days straight. Minus 1 point. I'll minus one of your points, old man. How many times do I have to teach you, old man? As the tablet comes to life, a familiar voice emanates from its speaker.
お前さんをこの場に連れてきた張本人、老子探偵だ。3日前にもあったな。もっとも、お前さんは眠り続けていたから、つい先ほどの出来事に思うだろうがな。
This is Senior Detective, the agent who brought you here. We met 3 days ago, though to you, I suppose it'd feel like it only just happened.
僕は3日も眠ってたのか
Wait, I was out for 3 days? So Senior Detective's the one reaching out to me. I knew I recognized his voice from before. Still, his tone is pretty nonchalant for a kidnapper. Can't help but feel irritated.
きっと私に騙されたと思っているだろうが、お前さんが探偵同盟の一員となったことは真実だよ。
While I'm certain you think I've deceived you, you are, in fact, the newest member of the Detective Alliance.
嘘だと思うのなら
Trust me, bro.
その探偵同盟の一員である証、探偵デバイスで登録情報を調べてみるといい。
If you doubt me, view the detective roster on your D-pad. That electronic device you know is a trademark of the Alliance.
探偵同盟の正式なメンバーとして、お前さんの情報が登録されているはずだ。
As an official member of the Alliance, your personal information should already be recorded in that database. I open up the tablet and look through the roster he mentioned. There, I find my profile beginning with my full legal name.
探偵序列100位北条ワト
New keyword.
確かに僕の名前だそれに群青寺先生しか知らないはずの僕の特技や経歴まで登録されている
Wato Hojo, detective rank number 100. Yup, that's me. Even list details only Mr. Gunjoji would know, like my skills and work experience. Roster and lexicon. Let's take a look here. Boop, 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 boop. Collection rate. 2 of 62. Oh, we gotta read these. Yup. We're reading it all. We're thorough here on this channel. Detective Alliance. Founding Detective Video CQ heads... Heads the Detective Alliance, an officially sanctioned organization comprised of 100 detectives and support staff. All requests and other pertinent information are communicated through D-pads, electronic devices exclusive to the DA. Even those within its ranks are not privy to the full details of the organization's inner workings. The Detective Alliance's activities are supported by funding from benefactors, as well as by any compensation earned through solving cases. Regardless of scope, anyone can petition the aid of the DA, so long as they have a connection to the organization. Clients are not limited to the private sector, as even government institutions, such as the National Police Agency, will employ the services of the DA. As such, a wide variety of requests are accepted and completed on any given day. When a request is made to the DA, the agent deemed most suitable for the job is dispatched. After confirming an incoming job through their D-pad, the detective will then seek the client out and handle the case independently. Once the client confirms that a case has been resolved, the assigned detective is rewarded, with each successful case adjusting their rank accordingly. Rank. Detectives of the DA are assigned a number to indicate their rank within the organization. Oh, I'm going to be number 1, baby. These ranks are determined by an individual's achievements. The higher one's rank, the more difficult the cases they receive. When egos collide and neither side can reach an agreement, the higher ranking detective will be given priority, provided that there's no clear evidence that works against their favor. As detectives tend to be rather self-important, the ranking system was created to mitigate any otherwise inevitable conflicts of opinion. What's in roster? Oh, they're blacked out. Now here we go. Ability details. Inference 2. Analyzation 3. Inspection 2. Assistance. Stats. Stats in my visual novel? Huh? Let's see. Alias unrecorded. Real name Wato Hojo. Lowest rank 100. I suck. 17 years old. Case solved none. 0 none. Notable hobby collecting, publication on home, special skill housework. Additional notes. Oh, we'll read it. Although awkwardly, this is gonna be very awkward. We'll end stream soon. I have to go for the day. And I know we just started this game and we're gonna probably be just like an hour in, barely. And I know this will be running alongside Silk Song most likely to the end of the week. We might not touch this game again until like in a week. I know on the recording on YouTube, this will probably go up on like probably like Thursday or so. And even then, like this first stream, we might not get back to this until like a week from now. Or somewhere around there. Maybe like Sunday even, maybe, depending. But like, it's going to bleed a little bit. Just because the rest of the week, like Tuesday, tomorrow, if stream happens, we should be reading Higurashi. Wednesday, we'll probably be trying to finish Citizen Sleeper, that DLC we started today. And then Thursday, obviously, no stream. And then Friday is going to be Silk Song, and we'll probably just be playing that, I would assume. Unless we try to have to finish up Citizen Sleeper right before it. So, just kind of, we're getting the smallest of tastes here. But I digress. Let me read this. A male high school student who assists at the office of a private detective agency. 3 years ago, his aunt, a police officer, introduced him to the Gunjoji agency, where he began working part-time. Since then, he has studied the basics of detective work, in addition to performing copious chores. Wado trained in the Ikusa School of Arrest Techniques, a form often used by security guards. Although he lacks in proficiency, his instincts for it are good and have the potential to improve at an explosive rate if paired with some other special ability. I wonder if these ability details actually mean something, like gameplay-wise, or if this is just like flavor text when we get the full roster to like see. Well, it says movement 8. If movement, it would actually I would respect this game more if the movement hadn't, like, it is just flavor text. And that doesn't mean or do anything. And it's just like, yep, this character has better movement than other detectives for some reason. Conversely, he's a professional when it comes to housework. Without him, the agency would be a sea of garbage within a week's time. Housework. He's a little maid boy. My movement is better than senior detective, and assistance is better, but then he's got the other things on me. Senior detective, he's solved 419 cases and he's retired. Interesting. Notable cases, the eccentric architecture series, the alias castle killings, hobbies, people watching, DIY, special skill, architectural design, additional notes. Veteran detective who, like Vidioc, survived the Dayless Night incident and helped found the Detective Alliance. During one particular case, he made a grave error that resulted in a loss of life and his subsequent retirement. He now works behind the scenes, scouting and mentoring promising young detectives. Can't wait to meet the cast. Always love in a Danganronpa-like to meet the cast. I'm just going to read maybe a couple more pages here, and then we'll probably call it a day. A Labor Day. Let me see. I've read this. Ouch. My special skill is housework. I'm no great detective, sure, but that's a low blow. I wonder what else is on here.
他の探偵たちの序列と探偵ネームも載ってる。それに直近の凶悪事件の情報や捜査状況まで。
It lists other detectives' ranks and aliases too, not to mention intel and investigation statuses on recent atrocities. Whenever we get a new lexicon thing, I'm just gonna go right to it. That's how we do it. All detectives belonging to the DA go by an alias. These serve to disguise the bearer's name and identity as well as convey the individual specialty. In most cases, a single word pertaining to the specialty is placed before detective. There are, however, instances like Workaholic Detective, whose alias was proposed by Ideal Detective as a jab at his lifestyle. So we're already getting some names here, it seems. Detective Gyaru, on the other hand, disliked the way her alias sounded, opting to change it to Downtown Detective to reflect her usual place of work. Interesting. In practice, such concessions are often made to accommodate a detective's particular naming sense. Revealing one's true name is strictly forbidden. Posh Detective, however, disclosed her identity as a PR move for her company. So even this rule can have exceptions if one petitions the DA. Strange. From the latest incidents all the way back to before I was born, it's a robust selection of key documents about cases infamous to the public. Far too much for one person to read, frankly. Even at a glance, most of the content seems to be highly technical in nature. This is way too much effort for a prank, meaning the DA really did recruit me. Can I trust what Senior Detective says?
僕は本当に探偵同盟の一員になったんですね。信じていいんですか、老子探偵さん。
So, I've actually been recruited by the Detective Alliance. This isn't a joke, right? Senior Detective, sir?
なお、今流れているのは録音音声だ。緊急事態が起こったので、お前さんを森の中へ隠し、私は離れることとする。
You're listening to a recording at present. An emergency came up, so I've hidden you in the woods while I go to address it. Wait, the recording knew he was going to ask if it... The recording knew to say that it was a recording. Ah, so that's how it is. I assume this was a phone call, but I guess that's not the case. The device's settings must have been configured to play this voice message as soon as it finished authenticating.
準備ができ次第、デバイスのマップ機能を使って森を抜け、山の頂上の洋館へと向かうんだ。
When you're ready, open the map on your D-pad. Then make your way through the woods and head for the manor at the peak.
洋館で待っていれば、彼らと合流できるはず。私も必ず後で向かうから待っていてほしい。
Once there, you should soon meet the others. Promise to head over myself once I'm able, so just wait for me in front of the manor.
それから途中で見かける建物には絶対に入るな。
And one last thing, do not, under any circumstances, enter the structure you'll see along the way.
入れば減点などでは済まない。自分の身を守るためだと思って私の指示に従ってくれ。
Unauthorized entry will result in far worse than a subtraction of points. Follow my orders like your very life depends on it. Senior detective speaks without pause. The moment he's finished, the sound cuts out abruptly. I stand there in a daze, holding the tablet, my new D-pad in one hand. I lift my head and peer through the tree line, making out the shape of a mountain with an imposing manor resting on its summit. Is that the building Senior Detective was referring to? While I don't fully trust him, my options are limited. Press for choice, I open the map application on my tablet. I'm calling this a Danganronpa-like. I don't know anything about the actual gameplay or anything of this game, or how it presents the story. But if it is Danganronpa-like, in that people or teammates get eliminated in any chance, by any chance or something, the presentation, this just screams to me like Senior Detective would be killed off first. Like, he's our guy who recruits us. It seems like so obvious choice and like so tropey, but I could totally see them just being like, all right, and the old man you first met is dead. Ah, shucks. Well, I don't fully trust him. My options are limited. Press for choice. Open the map application on my tablet. Morgue. Various graphics appear on screen displaying the surrounding area. All that blue surrounding everything must be the ocean, which means I've been taken to a remote island.
モルグというのはこの島の名前か聞いたこともないけど海外まで連れてこられたとかじゃないよな
Morgue? Is that the name of this place? Never heard of it. Could I be in a foreign country or something? Either way, getting all gloomy won't solve things. I use my fingers to zoom in on the map, hoping to find more info to go off of. Oh. Gormangast. The screen then displays my current location and a few details about the vicinity. Just as Senior Detective said, there seemed to be some sort of manor atop the peak, plus another structure near the tree line. Without any other clues to guide me, I decided to follow Senior Detective's instructions for now. Don't stop at the lab.
探偵ネームって自分でデバイスに登録するのかどうしよう僕には特技なんてないしかといって適当に決めたら後悔必至だ
Oh, I need to register my detective alias on here, but I don't have any talents, and I'll definitely regret putting something random. Just put in cool guy.
ダメだ決められない
Nope, I got nothing. Alright, we should cut it there. I'm trying to look for like a natural good save point to cut because I gotta get out of here. And it sucks. What a tease. We don't even get to see the rest of the cast. There was a part of me that was like, I know I can't play long, but you know, it would be nice to at least see the cast before we have to go for the night, but I have to I don't want to keep doing that and then us play for another 30 hour and it's still like just slowly plucking along and not seeing that. So we'll just hold it as a tease for the next time we play. I assume by the next time we play, we'll see the rest of the cast again in a Danganronpa-like. Seeing the cast is always, I think, one of the highlights of these types of games. You get to see what the cast you're going to be spending the time with. You get to see their tropey and stereotypical personalities. I do love how the game is already like, hey, they get names that just basically blurt out their character. It's like, or basically go with their character. It's like, oh, that's a very funny in-universe way to have like very stereotypical names for whatever these characters are going to be. You do have to imagine. So I'm excited to play more of this. Like I said, it'll be probably around a week until we get back to this, even though we've only just spent an hour with it. So I apologize about that. But again, I think this will be a fun playthrough. If not, you know, as with everything, it'll be long and made longer just because I'm letting the voice be voiced out. I let the voice voiced out before I read, but that's just how we're gonna do it. And if you don't like that, if that's too much of a deal breaker, of course you don't have to watch. It's totally fine. But yeah, we'll just do it like we've done on the channel here past couple of years with Umineko and Higurashi, where I want to hear the voices and I don't want to read on top of voices. So that seems like the best way to do it. So Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Nice big Labor Day stream. So the week ahead, as I keep saying, Higurashi tomorrow, Citizen Sleeper on Wednesday, potentially finishing Citizen Sleeper, but if not, whatever's left, then we'll pick up on Friday before Silk Song, and then we'll start Silk Song on Friday, because I believe that comes out then. That'll be, and then, so on the channel we'll have that and this, basically, as two of the main courses, and then obviously no stream on Thursday, as normal. So, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out, be good, stay good, be good, do good, good, until tomorrow night.